Okay, so adding and subtracting mixed numbers. If you remember from last topic, we worked a lot on converting mixed numbers into improper fractions and then the other way around. And you're going to have to remember how to do that in order to solve these. So quick review on the top, it says convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. And to do that, you take the whole number of 4, multiply it by the denominator, and then add the numerator. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 would be 9. And then if you remember, denominator always stays the same, so it'd be 9 halves. Again, 7 times 4 would be 28, plus 3 would be 31. If your denominator always stays the same, it'd be 31 fourths. Try the last one. Should have got 45 plus 4 would be 49, and then 49 fifths. Okay, now fill in the blank. There's 2 ways to do this. One way is to make the mixed numbers into improper fractions, which is what we just did, and then you add or subtract. And then the other way is to add or subtract the fraction and then add and subtract the whole number. All right, so these are what you're going to put under examples on the very bottom. It says EX with a line. So put 9 and 1/4 plus 10 and 3/5. And on this way, we're going to use the one that's titled another way, where you add and subtract the fraction and then you add and subtract the whole number. So let's see, add and subtract. Don't worry about these guys. Don't worry about the 9 and the 10. Do not make them into improper fractions. Just look at the 1/4 and the 3/5. And if you were to add 1/4 and 3/5, I'm going to use a shortcut. So let's see, 4 times 5 is 20. And then 1 times 5 is 5. It's asking you to add. 4 times 3 is 12. So you get 17 twentieths. Okay. And then, so we've added our fractions. The next step is to add the whole numbers. So 9 plus 10, and you would get 19. So just throw that on the front. So now you have 19 and 17 twentieths. And that would be your final answer. The other way, we're going to use this 4 and 5/7 plus 4 and 2/2. And the way to do this is to change them into improper fractions first. So you'd have to multiply 4 times 7 plus 5. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 5, so you'd have 33 sevenths plus, let's see, 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 2, so it'd be 22 fifths. Okay, I'm not going to use a shortcut on this just because the numerators are really big numbers and that seems like a pain in the butt. But you could. I'm going to go ahead and do the old way just so we don't forget about it. So the least common multiple for 7 and 5 would be 35. These are going to be really big numbers. Okay, it's asking you to add. So 7 goes into 35 5 times. 33 times 5 is 165. I went ahead and did the math for you. Okay, and then 5 goes into 35 7 times. So 22 times 7, that is 154. So now that the numerators are the same, you can add 165 plus 154, 319. So 319 over 35. On a test, I would never give you numbers this big. However, it is good to practice it because in 8th grade or 7th grade, you never know, they might be a little bit meaner. So let's see, 319 over 35. That's obviously not in simplest form. The easiest way would be to change it into a mixed number. How many times does 35 go into 319? How many whole times at least? The answer is 9. So 9 times 35 is actually 315. which means you're 4 left over. So it'd be 4/35, 9 and 4/35. So that's the other method. You may not prefer it because it is a lot more math, but whatever you prefer, you can use either method. Make sure you copy this down into your notes and